Hello friends! Did you all watch Ponniyin Selvan 1, the movie? Are you all eager to know the story in depth? I am sure you are. Which is why we are going to dive headfirst into Ponniyin Selvan Season 2 right away. Episode 1. In a strangely calm sea, a boat was gently gliding towards the shore. On its deck stood a woman singing, her sweet voice filling the silent ocean air.
This is when it's warm and I've got a thing to need in your head. And it takes control of the person that I thought I was. It comes and goes in waves. We watch our hearts break.
But do not be fooled by the sweetness of her voice. Pungurali is valiant and fearless than any soldier you know. Her rugged hands that is gripping the oar and so fluidly navigating the boat is just one example. Pungurali is Sendhan Amudan's paternal uncle's daughter and his love interest.
It comes and goes in waves. We watch our hearts break.
The melancholy voice went perfectly with the sadness in her face, but we don't know why. She reached the shore and anchored the boat with much ease. She swept the horizon deep in thoughts. The lighthouse was blazing gloriously, and to the left was her way home. Pungurali decided to walk the opposite direction, into the forest to visit the Kulaga temple. Since it's a forest temple, it's usually isolated. But on that particular day, Isa and Sivabhatta enthusiastically came out to greet Pungurali and gave her some fruit offerings. Bhattar's enthusiasm was also due to the fact that the sun has already set and the forest grew eerier by the minute. He was anxious about losing his way. But Pungurali knows the forest like the back of her hand, and she can show him the way even blindfolded, be it the forest or the ocean. She is the uncrowned queen. While waiting for Bhattar to finish his rituals, she seated herself on the floor, leaning onto the pillar, and started nibbling on a coconut half. While waiting, she heard the hooves of horses approaching. On the back of the horse was our gallant, handsome hero, Vandiyadevan, accompanied by the palace physician's son, Pinagavani. After receiving the letter from Kundavai, Vandiyadevan started to Ceylon to deliver the letter to Arulmozhivarmar and bring him back to safety. But he set on his journey with the palace physician's son under the pretense of collecting a rare medicine for the king from Ceylon, just so no one stops or doubts him. And on the first leg of their journey, they finally reached the shore. Quite tired from his journey through the forest, Vandiyadevan's eyes were wandering till they fell on Pungurali. Their eyes met for a minute, but before you know it, Pungurali was in the wind. She started running deeper into the forest, and Vandiyadevan started chasing after her, not even knowing why. Vandiyadevan was not the one to be outrun easily by a woman, but Pungurali did. At one place, Pungurali took a roundabout route, and Vandiyadevan thought to himself, "Haha, silly girl, doesn't she see the shorter route right in front of her? We'll catch her now." He enthusiastically ran straight into the bushes, but he couldn't move any further. Only then he realized his short-sightedness. In his arrogance to outrun a woman who knew the forest better than he did, he had stepped into a quicksand. His legs were already knee-deep in, and he couldn't lift himself up. There was nobody within earshot other than Pungurali, and She was already getting farther and farther away. So, dropping his ego for once, he started screaming, "Help! Help! Help me, damn woman! I will die if you leave me now." Vandiyadevan's shouts stopped Pungurali on her tracks, and thankfully she was feeling kindly right then. She came back. How will Pungurali manage to reach him without getting herself caught in the quicksand too? I am sure we are all wondering. She ran to the edge and noticed an old wrecked boat stuck in the sand. She jumped onto it, pulled the stern up, and started rowing. The boat glided smoothly over the sand. Isn't she the boat whisperer? Looks like she can sail even over rocks. Once she was close enough, she gave a hand to Vandiyadevan. He peeled his hand from the sand and held on to her. She managed him to pull overboard with much ease and got them to safety. But once he was safe, his ego returned. "Hello, don't act smug now that you saved me. I just pretended to need your help to catch you," said Vandiyadevan. "Oh, really? Then come, let me just throw you back where I found you. It's no trouble at all for me," replied Pungurali, even more smug. "No," panicked Vandiyadevan, but continued calmly. "Not because I'm scared. I just don't want my clothes getting dirty again," said he. All right. I was just approaching you to ask directions to the lighthouse. But why in the world did you run away from me?" asked he. "I simply don't like men," said Pungurali matter-of-factly. "Even Sendanamudan?" smirked Vandiyadevan. "Is that what he has been telling everyone? We'll keep that in mind next time I see him," said Pungurali threateningly. "Okay, now help me. I need to meet with the harbour chief. I am to request to cross the sea under Princess Kundavai's orders to fetch some rare medicines from Ceylon for the king," said Vandiyadevan. "Huh? That makes two of you. Just couple of days back, another party of two arrived and made the same request. Said they were sent by some sorcerer. Frankly, to me, they look like criminals. But my brother has gone to deliver them across the shore." You look like a decent guy. The harbour chief you wish to meet is my father. Come, let me take you to him," said Pungurali. She took Vandiyadevan to her father. Upon hearing Vandiyadevan's plight, the harbour chief said, "Oh, that's quite a pity. Just 2 days back, my son left with 2 other people to Ceylon. Not sure when he'll be back. But I have an idea. My daughter Pungurali is just as good as my son, if not better. But she wouldn't do it if she doesn't want it. So I will ask her, and I suggest you do the same at the right time. Maybe she'll agree. What do you say?" said the chief. Vandiyadevan agreed to it. Since it was already nightfall, Vandiyadevan decided to ask Pungurali fresh the next day. After dinner, he went to sleep, but his sleep was restless and swarming with nightmares. He felt like someone just walked past him, and he jerked awake. He saw Pungurali walking at a distance and decided to follow her. Our curious hero. She started walking deeper and deeper and deeper into the forest. After a few minutes, Vandiyadevan was quite sure that there was no turning back at all, as he had no sense of direction in the dark. His only way out is to keep following her, but he couldn't keep up with Pungurali's swift pace. For a few minutes, he lost her from his sight and started panicking, but thankfully he heard a voice singing.
There is a swelling storm in a garden in the middle of it. It comes and goes in waves we watch our hearts fade.
He quickly climbed onto a nearby rock and looked in the direction of the sound. It was indeed Pungurali. He jumped down and started walking towards her. She called him out, "Welcome, Vandyadevan, welcome. This is where I come to meet my lovers in the middle of the night. Come, you too. Come, meet them," said she and cackled loudly, the forest echoing. With this thrilling cliffhanger ends episode 1 of season 2. See you next week. Until then, keep watching Kadhatellaporom channel. Bye-bye.